This is the artificial intelligence voice of André Duqum narrating this pod/slice summary of the Know Thyself podcast. During the Know Thyself podcast, the host, André Duqum, invites guest speaker Gabi Kovalenko, known for her transformative teachings that blend spirituality, philosophy, and science. All during their engaging exchange, they delve into various topics that revolve around consciousness, perception, identity, and the healing journey. Gabi emphasizes the fundamental role of perception and consciousness in shaping our reality. Our consciousness, she explains, is our unique lens through which we, as individual fractals of the universal source, experience and interpret reality. As she points out that as we alter our perspectives, we not only shift our internal and external experiences, but also change the energy we emit, thus molding the reality we experience. Addressing the topic of personal healing, Gabi highlights the importance of reevaluating past experiences. She asserts that by transforming our perceptions of the past, a shift in current reality occurs. This is especially key when individuals perceive themselves as victims of their past, which Gabi considers a form of imprisonment, hindering change and personal growth. Focusing on the theme of personal identity, Gabi further underlines how our ideas of self are influenced by various past factors and experiences such as childhood conditioning, societal expectations, and parental influences. She presents captivating concept of the dual self, our conditioned self that conforms to past memories and the pure, unadulterated part of us that is a direct excerpt of the source. She encourages viewing oneself as a vehicle of changes open to the fluidity of identity, shifting from a place of attachment to a more authentic self. The conversation then steers towards reality, with Gabi proposing radical introspection, questioning and peeling away layers of external, materialistic identities until the individual is left with the core essence of who they truly are. And she encourages tapping into the soul and realizing that we are, in essence, consciousness capable of creating any desired experience. André effectively complements Gabi's views, elucidating how changing our perspective can allow us to shift from a victim mentality to one of creator consciousness, thus transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Both agree that the biggest illusion that humans struggle with is the illusion of separation, leading to a range of global issues such as war, terrorism, and bigotry. They advocate for the recognition of shared universal consciousness to overcome this internal division, creating a more connected and integrated society. In this thorough and enlightening discourse, Gabi Kovalenko sheds light on the existential battles each individual goes through, which revolves around their own identity. This struggle, Gabi postulates, stems from early childhood experiences where a child either feels separation or unity. She explores how the sense of safety, love, and acceptance, or the lack thereof, ingrained in a person since childhood can dictate their feelings of worthiness and impact their reality. As the discussion deepens, as Gabi constructs the idea of the inner child, exposing how the wounds we carry from our early years can shape our present. As she suggests that if, as children, we are made to feel unwanted or unloved, we subconsciously resist self-worth, causing an internal turmoil that triggers feelings of fragility and insecurity in adulthood. Gabi also broaches the topic of narcissism, unraveling its roots that reach back into our early years. She explains how a child in their vulnerability, when ignored or not acknowledged, can develop narcissistic tendencies as a mechanism of self-defense. As this defense mechanism that fosters a society riddled with separation and a world left wanting for compassion and empathy. Navigating through this, Gabi emphasizes the importance of self-love and authenticity. She points out that many people put up a facade of self-appreciation by focusing excessively on achievements or appearance, disguising the void. This disconnect spirals out, crafting a society engrossed in materialism, lacking genuine bond and empathy. Confront these issues by meeting our inner child halfway, understanding its needs and fears, and choosing authenticity over masked identities. The process, however, calls for greater self-awareness and exploration of past traumas. Gabi turns towards the concept of a quantum universe, suggesting the possibility of quantum jumping, escape from the confines of past trauma. She posits that our souls on a predestined journey chose the path we tread, including the people in our lives who have inflicted pain. Choosing non-dualism over separation is key to achieving soul liberation, she argues. The journey, however, is riddled with trials and tribulations that test our resolve. Gabi encourages individuals to make different choices, transcend past errors, and avoid falling into toxic patterns. This introspective discussion builds up the understanding of the root of human struggle by navigating through the topics of early childhood experiences, personal identity, trauma, narcissism, self-love, quantum universe, and the reality of the soul's journey. As exploration seeks to guide individuals towards a future crafted with self-love, authenticity, and empathy. Right at the core of this enriching conversation, André Duqum and Gabi Kovalenko delve further into the winding paths of self-discovery, underlining how the spectrum of our consciousness is linked to past, present, and future experiences. As they unpack the notion of karmic lessons we choose, either unconsciously or programmatically, that spark immense personal development. Gabi weighs in on the transformative potential of existential questions as they serve to reconnect us with our inherent cosmos, propelling us towards self-realization and liberation. During the dialogue, Gabi articulates the concept of quantum jumping, asserting it as an operative escape path from psychological and emotional perimeters defined by past trauma. As she reasons that once we shift our perspective, that is, we recognize and accept our experiences, we facilitate our ability to move forward, breaking free from the constraints that often lead to self-imposed limitations. A crucial part of Gabi's philosophy pertains to the sphere of consciousness. She suggests that one's state of consciousness, contingent on their ability to view themselves and their circumstances poignantly, can dramatically reframe reality. This reframing enables individuals to approach life's challenges with a sense of gratitude and compassion, thereby freeing them from the shackles of victimhood and furthering their spiritual evolution. She also underscores the stark societal issue of self-worth masked by materialistic gains and achievements. It is argued that the void left by a lack of genuine love for oneself is frequently hidden by the obsession with success. Gabi emphasizes the significance of self-realization, consciousness, and the intertwinement with the quantum universe as key elements to break from the toxicity of societal demands and expectations. Gabi's viewpoint is that releasing an attachment to desires or results liberates our consciousness. This liberation is profound and triggers a cascade of positive transformations in our relationships, occupations, dietary habits, lifestyle, and overall perception of the world as people start to align with their authentic selves and personal truth. Interestingly, André and Gabi shift their dynamic conversation towards a critical touch point in contemporary society, the westernized view of spirituality and its sometimes distorted manifestation. They delve into the perils of spiritual ego, exploring the underlying paradox of so-called enlightenment and detachment from the material world, which inevitably ensues a spiritual identity of separation. Fundamentally, Gabi expresses spirituality as a journey of authentic integration, a balanced marriage of both physical and metaphysical reality. Breakthrough examples such as Michael Roach and Susan Shumsky are considered, who, after extensive solitary meditation and spiritual teachings in the Himalayas, successfully integrated their spiritual practices into the hustling, materialistic fabric of New York City, proving that authentic spirituality is not merely theoretical but practical. Within this nuanced discourse are myriad, transformative insights into the expansive journey of self-discovery, breaking free from limitations, quantum jumping, the importance of state of consciousness, the need for self-realization, and true integration of spiritual and physical reality. The exchange is an explorative guide steering individuals towards a future rooted in authenticity, empathy, and self-understanding. And central to our explorative dialogue, André Duqum and Gabi Kovalenko further scrutinize the interaction between individuals and the multifaceted spheres they inhabit. Gabi elucidates her profound understanding of maintaining equilibrium amidst chaos, using her personal experiences growing up in the energetic vortex that is New York City. The contention here highlights that rather than shaping us, the turbulent energies we face should be thought of as matters out of our control that test our capability to sustain our energetic sanctity. And she emphasizes the city's cosmopolitan nature as a platform that helped her appreciate diverse human expressions and establish connections beyond shared language, resulting in her understanding of global consciousness. Gabi tackles head-on the societal issue of conformity, where many succumb to the preset expectations and subsequently lose their identity. And she underscores her journey of self-discovery, right from the point her curiosity was piqued as an inquisitive child, keen on understanding the human body's inner workings, to her fascination with spirituality, fueled by her equally spiritual parents. Gabi's pursuit of comprehending the hidden layers of existence, turning the mundane into insightful learning experiences, highlights her relentless desire for knowledge. Moreover, Gabi's inclination towards healing is seen as a critical aspect of her youthful years. In one experience, her compassionate nature led her to assist special needs children during lunch at school, where she felt an urge to offer love and care to those who seemed different from the rest. And this unique perspective allowed Gabi to see the necessity of integration and the source of healing, predominantly where compassion and empathy are most needed. Gabi also reveals her early ambition to venture into medical practice with the ultimate aim of healing from within. However, recognizing the medical field's focus on treating disease symptoms rather than the root causes led her to reconsider. With the inherited knowledge on chakras and energy transmutation, she saw the importance of addressing underlying causes of issues and achieving overall wellness. In one notable chapter of her life, at age 13, Gabi began writing about personal development in a newspaper column. Encouraged by the positive audience feedback, she continued to explore topics often bypassed, such as awareness, empathy, and intuition. Interestingly, she attributes her insightful perspectives not just to learning, but also to the wisdom she believes is innate in her, collectively substantiating the concept of an old soul. This exemplifies the conscious exploration of the multidimensional entity that is the human self. Fundamentally, the dialogue between André Duqum and Gabi Kovalenko outlines the importance of equilibrium amidst chaos, the respect for cultural diversity, nurturing inherent curiosity, compassion towards others, understanding self-healing, and the implications of established societal norms. So these compelling perspectives encourage listeners to venture into the depths of their consciousness, gradually gravitating towards truly insightful personal discoveries. In this informative exploration, Gabi Kovalenko emphasizes the concept of an inner source of wisdom, which transcends learned knowledge and practical experience. Gabi sheds light on the notion of a heart's knowing, a deep intuition that extends beyond cognitive understanding. Contrasting the analytical mind, which tends to be deterministic and linear, the heart's wisdom incorporates a more universal perspective. It allows one to appreciate various perspectives, recognizing the individual truths that shape individuals' lived experiences. Such an outlook evokes a deeper understanding and empathy, contributing to our overall wisdom. An interesting topic the conversation veered towards was the perception of enlightenment. It was perceived as a hindrance rather than an achievement, as claiming to be enlightened can potentially restrict further growth and self-discovery. This communication underscores the need for continuous evolution and learning. The wisdom one possesses doesn't solely denote their intelligence. Instead, it reflects their humility, open-mindedness, and transcendental understanding. A significant point highlighted was the problematic nature of asserting a single, overarching truth. The rigidity of fixed doctrines or beliefs often inhibits the exploration of alternative perspectives, casting a manipulative spell fostering blind adherence rather than encouraging independent thought. Particularly insightful was Gabi's viewpoint on the traditional structure of a hive mind consciousness, typically propagated by religious institutions. She articulates the importance of recognizing the inherent divinity within individuals rather than seeking it externally. This segment draws attention to the potential limitations of attaching oneself fervently to a single paradigm or doctrine, epitomizing the benefit of open-minded exploration and inclusive thinking. Delving into the hidden aspects of knowledge and history, Gabi hints at the complexity of human existence beyond the known matrix. She insinuates that there could be a wealth of hidden information underpinning our origins and purpose, fascinatingly suggestive of something beyond the palpable realm of understanding. This reflection suggests that there is more to human existence than meets the eye, an intriguing concept that redefines human potential. Lastly, Gabi comments on the unique vulnerability of the human experience, particularly during the formative years, illustrating the significance of the nurturing environment and learning processes. According to her, the lack of these elements can lead to developmental difficulties. This observation underscores the essence and importance of fostering a conducive atmosphere for the upbringing and education of each developing individual, emphasizing the importance of nurturing over nature in some instances. In this immersive dialogue, Gabi Kovalenko provokes thought about the adaptability of animals and their intuitive survival skills in contrast to human experience. Kovalenko's approach challenges the listeners to reflect on the inherent differences and wide cultural diversity amongst humans. The patterns of human consciousness are presented as a complex tapestry of divisions and separations, naturally questioning the root of persisting conflicts and dualities. Contemplating the constructs of society, Kovalenko pertinently addresses the apprehensions related to control, fear, and conformity propagated by various rigid systems and establishments. Of these crux elements of societal structure instigate a sense of limitation, preventing people from raising necessary questions about established traditions. Kovalenko asserts that in order to kickstart evolution of consciousness, this underlying archaic societal system must be questioned. It actually introduces fascinating concepts like ancient sacred technologies and psychic abilities. While pondering the origins of structures like the pyramids, this suggestion nudges listeners to consider a possible shift of human consciousness from a seemingly advanced state to an arguably declining one. With the advancement of technology like AI, she discusses whether humans are becoming more detached and losing identity, trapped in an inorganic structure. Beginning on the journey of self-discovery and self-realization, she shares her own experiences as a 25-year-old New Age spiritual coach. Kovalenko argues the importance of authenticity and asks individuals to stay true to their soul's desires. She highlights the inauthentic motivations behind some life choices people make based on societal expectations or convenience rather than a genuine sense of alignment. She urges young listeners struggling to realize their true potential and abilities to deeply introspect. In this process, one must identify what genuinely comforts them, what authentic interests inspire them, and what they would happily do for the rest of their lives. Extending the conversation to early life trauma, she touches upon the causality of these painful experiences in young individuals' conformity. As in her opinion, individuals lose a part of their own identity in their attempt to mold themselves into societal structures created by their parents or for materialistic purposes. Hence, a robust focus needs to be shifted towards achieving alignment with our authenticity and truth rather than persona creation. Kovalenko then steps into the realm of special abilities and spiritual gifts. She points out that such gifts can be unveiled at any age, and following one's joy and passion could be the key to recognizing and developing these gifts. And she supports the idea of an all-encompassing consciousness simultaneously stimulating thoughts on the scientific enigma of consciousness. Here, she touches upon the paradox of consciousness being both a non-self and an all-self entity, challenging conventional materialistic perspectives in favor of an expansive outlook that encompasses all existence. The exploration of consciousness continues with a look at the concept of ever-expanding consciousness. Kovalenko uses an accordion as a metaphor for consciousness, suggesting that it expands and contracts, much like an accordion, encompassing a wide range of experiences with varying depths and breadths across different dimensions. Moving from the global to the individual, she emphasizes the importance of understanding duality on our life's journey, concept integral to Earth School. Balance, integration, and unity are key themes here. These and the binaries of light and dark, masculine and feminine come into play. To understand consciousness fully, Kovalenko advocates for balance between these pairs, cautioning against the lopsided focus on one over the other. To fathom consciousness is to appreciate the essence of unity in all things. In this journey within, she indicates the traps of the matrix with which we are confronted, factors that may limit or shape our perceptions and experiences, escapist tendencies, spiritual egos, and resistance can be formidable limitations on our paths to deeper self-awareness. Kovalenko encourages listeners to view contractions and interruptions, be it an illness, trauma, or disturbances in our relationships, as opportunities for learning and growth. Looking forward, Kovalenko delineates two realities that may coexist in the world. The first is a higher dimensional realm filled with transformative healing, advanced technologies, and the potential to transcend states of awareness. And the other is a deterministic universe dictated by fear, where individuals are confined, limited, and feel under control. Amid these starkly different realities, she recognizes that a split is inevitable. Nonetheless, she sees either reality as a matter of personal choice, hinging upon one's perspective, the frequency of their energy, and their willingness to question and shift from a fear-based mindset to a conscious, creative one. Lastly, she talks about a reset in individual lives and at collective level. Kovalenko deems the present as a time of considerable change, evoking both fear of the unknown and potential for creativity, as the choice remains in our hands to navigate these shifts either through fear or consciousness. Recognizing that our understanding of the future is currently limited, she optimistically anticipates a continual evolution of consciousness and awakening. As the conversation progresses, Gabi Kovalenko draws attention to the unpredictability and mystery inherent in our life experiences. From our individual trials to our collective consciousness, she underscores that all happenings, though ambiguous, are set to unfold as they are meant to. Kovalenko and André Duqum discuss the dual potential of present times. On one side, there's the threat of cataclysmic devastation from rapid advancements in technology and AI, while on the other hand, there's an equal possibility of bringing about transformative healing and higher awareness. And the scales, however, tip on the side of those willing to actively participate in their awakening and the collective journey toward a more enlightened human consciousness. And doing this, they agree, requires staying open and receptive to new possibilities, realizing that our most significant limitations often stem from the walls we erect around our understanding. Opting to olive from the heart, as Kovalenko urges, can help us break free from these self-imposed walls. We can expand our understanding and realize our potential by pairing our intellectual capacities with empathetic and heart-based awareness. It involves challenging our beliefs, embracing new perspectives, and achieving integration and coherence with all our being. She challenges her listeners, if they started seeing themselves as potent creators capable of transforming their realities, how would their choices change? She urges them to realize their inherent power to manifest their beliefs into creating their experiences. And given this power, she encourages considering a shift toward love-driven choices instead of fear-based ones that usually cause destruction and limitation. A central encouragement is toward aspiring individuals to recognize their roles as creators and to leverage their power to change and heal their realities. This mindset lays an invitation to ascend, raise awareness, and most importantly, choose love. To not wait for external validation, but take matters into their own hands and carve newer realities that serve them better. Inspirations, according to Kovalenko and Duqum, come from conversations like these. They wrap up the session by inviting their audience to join them in exploring mind-bending concepts and a deeper connection with their true selves, which Kovalenko provides in her weekly YouTube videos and Instagram posts. This not only facilitates personal growth, but also serves as contributions towards the collective ascension of human consciousness.